Alrighty then, hello everybody, it is I, Felix, and I am here playing some Voids of Cards, Beast of Burden. Today I'm hoping to finish chapter 6, as we shouldn't have any grinding left to do. At least not until chapter 7, where we'll be able to get the final monster card we need for the side quest that we had. Last stream I was actually pleasantly surprised with the fact that there was some side content that I missed, which allowed me to feel a bit better about Beast of Burden overall. Which I'm glad about. I want to like Beast of Burden. Yeah, we're gonna go to, I'm not actually sure, New Terra, yes, where we have to do something. Explore a village that had nobody in it. Yes, there we go. Everything is coming back to me. Enter the silent village.
The group enters the village. You can see traces indicating the place must have been inhabited, but no sign of any people. The place is still as death, a ghastly atmosphere hanging in the air. Legol seems to be frightened of something.
That's not good.
Might he scare easily in places like this?
I'll be honest, I'm also not good with scares. One of the reasons why I will never play a horror game is because I'm terrible with them. It's not that I find them scary in the moment. I will get frightened, obviously. It's more that they linger with me. Even something that I wouldn't have found scary in the moment will linger with me until I almost go to bed, and then I get into a state where I'm super sensitive to every sound and I'm having a hard time sleeping. It's almost as if you're expecting something to happen and that's why you stay tense. Therefore, I try to not watch too much horror related media. I am a sucker for their stories, though. I absolutely love the storylines in some horror games. That's why sometimes I just can't help myself and I still play them. But never on stream, because it would be hella embarrassing to see myself scream and be all scared about little things.
In any event, you want more information.
True.
You decide to investigate the village.
Well, I would give Voice of Cards, Beast of Burden respect if they actually tried to make a horror experience. That would be extremely cool. Extremely cool. I would give them a lot of respect. I've seen it done decently from time to time, where a game that usually isn't a horror will try to give a somewhat scary experience. The one that comes to mind right now is Warframe, where there was a specific questline where they had me spooked for a hot second until it all ended up reverting to the basic gameplay again. At that point it's not scary anymore, but genuinely they had me for a little bit, which I found super impressive. I actually talked with a friend of mine who really liked Warframe for maybe a half a year and never played it afterwards. But I talked about it with him and he agreed that that early part of that specific quest was amazing. I'm not giving specifics because I don't remember anymore. The last time I played Warframe was years ago. I did used to play Warframe a lot. As in a lot. It was my go-to game when I didn't have any other games to play. And I just felt like turning my brain off and just shooting stuff. Which I... not detest, what's the word for it? I'd say I picked Warframe as my go-to game because it just felt fun to move around in. As in, I just had to move around and I had fun with Warframe. That's something that I really missed with Helldivers, for example. I've actually played Helldivers with a friend. He actually bought the game for me. I still need to buy him something in return, but I don't think he's ever gonna let me. The man is pretty rich himself. Not rich, but he's well off. So there's not really a need for me to buy him anything, which pisses me off. Let me just buy you a €40 game, or I don't know, The only real hope I have is that whenever I see him in person, that I'll buy him just food. Just whenever we go and out to buy some food, I'll just grab the bill. Because I need to lessen the guilt I feel for him buying me a game that I will never be able to repay. I actually don't feel that guilty at all. But still. No, I really wish they had asset rips of this game. They do have one for the first Voice of Cards game, and I actually used a couple of these cards in my D&D campaign. I have a similar aesthetic that I use for making maps because it's super easy. Using this aesthetic allows me to put maps together really easily. The problem, and they have a lot of interesting cards in this game, and Voice of Maidens? Maiden's Voice? Forsaken Maiden. But they just don't have any asset rips, which is unfortunate.
The walls are riddled with claw marks and bloodstains. Was this place attacked by monsters?
I am going to give a prediction that it wasn't. That it was actually the people that killed each other. Maybe they went mad for whatever reason. And this will be a lesson to this party that monsters aren't the only monsters. That sometimes the greatest monster is people. Something like that. That's my prediction for the chapter. I might be incredibly wrong, but it's the way I play Cluedo as well. I don't know if Cluedo is the actual English name of the game. It's the one where you have to solve a mystery, where you have to find the person that did the murdering, the weapon they used, and the room they did it in. How I play Cluedo, God, that's so annoying to say, is that after maybe 1 or 2 turns passes, I'll take all the information I have and I will just guess. Now, 90% of the time I am just wrong. Usually I miss either the weapon or the person or the room, but in that 10% of the time I'm right, I look like a damn genius. Just boom, this is how it happened, and it actually happened that way.
Recalling the subterranean village, you cover your mouth and drop your head. Feel sick? Trollis asks, worried about you.
Nah. She's probably getting flashbacks to her own village being destroyed. Which might be why we have that one troll that destroyed her entire village on the save screen. Would you call that the save screen? The little, not animation, the little drawings you get when you save. I'm not really sure what to call that. I'm wondering if we'll actually see that troll again. It seems to me that he pretty definitively died during chapter 1, which I found odd, as why would they highlight that he has a scar if that happened, but
With your eyes cast downward, you spot what appears to be a scrap of paper with a drawing on it.
Ooh, spooky. The scrap on which appears to be part of a picture. Both ends have been torn. Ooh. We're gonna have to grab a piece of paper from each of these houses, right? Honestly, I really hope they're gonna try a horror approach to this. That would be amazing. Give something different.
This place must have been a weapon shop of some kind. You note a number of still usable weapons arrayed on its shelves and walls.
Is this where we get our super weapons?
No small number of them look like implements of torture.
Interesting.
You and the others give the distasteful shop a quick once-over and decide to be quit of the place.
But I want my weapons. I want my weapons. The background music is helping the atmosphere quite a bit, by the way. Just going to say it.
This place looks like it was an inn. With a little tidying up, it should be perfectly usable.
Good to know we have a place to heal.
Legol is clearly not in favor of the idea. We're not seriously going to sleep here, are we? Polka counters that not only is there nowhere else to sleep, but critically, it won't cost anything to rest here.
Also, how are we gonna lure in the torturers and murderers that killed everybody in this place if we don't make ourselves look vulnerable? Think, Legol, think. Also, you'll be the one to sleep. Free is key, Ringmaster says so. Let us rest.
Having argued down Legol's disagreement, the group decides to sleep at the inn.
Boo-boo.
After getting a bare minimum of rest, you leave the inn.
Alrighty then. I honestly expected there to be something. Something that would happen. Maybe we would get attacked, but
Within
that
the
might
small
ruin the
building,
atmosphere
you
they're
find
trying to
some
build.
things that look like laboratory equipment, along with a sturdy-looking cage.
Oh.
Legol says, "Let's hurry and get out of here." The fright in his voice is plain. You suppose he really doesn't like unsettling places like this.
Maybe they were experimenting on monsters here. Ooh, maybe that's it. Maybe all the monsters in the world actually came from this place because they were experimenting on humans that then turned into monsters. It would explain why some monsters have a almost on par intelligence with people.
You feel a bit of guilt at the thought, but can't help but find it a little cute to see Legol acting so unlike his usual stoic self.
Is there something brewing there? Friendship, perhaps? Are they friends? I'm not sure if I would consider them friends. I feel like I should at this point, as we're almost done with the game. I just didn't get any... I'm not sure. I'll admit, usually it is difficult for me to get that feel of camaraderie from characters. It usually only happens in my favorite games. For example, in Xenoblade Chronicles 1, the first Voice of Cards. And funnily enough, Tales of Berseria, which I did not expect to like as much as I did, by the
As
way.
Legol hurries everyone along, Polka inspects the equipment. He manages to locate a scrap
There
of
we go.
paper with some kind of drawing on it.
Scrap of it appears to be part of a picture. Alright. But yeah, Tales of Berseria. I had heard of the Tales games before, but never
On the
got
shelves,
into
you
it.
spy a number of salves, poultices, and other medicinals. Maybe this place was an apothecary.
They all seem to be just generic JRPG anime games, which normally I wouldn't have a problem with, as I really do like JRPGs and I do not mind the anime aesthetic. I do have a couple of friends that hate the anime aesthetic, but that's a tale for another time. But I don't know why I decided to give Tales of Berseria a chance. It might have been that someone recommended it to me and I decided to give it a go, or I might have just felt like playing a JRPG and thought that Tales of Berseria would scratch that itch. But in the end, I actually started enjoying it a whole lot. I actually made a Let's Play of it 4 or 5 years ago, probably closer to 4 actually. I removed it from YouTube as I wasn't able to finish it. I only kept the Let's Plays that I finished, except for a Dragon Quest something Let's Play. But yeah, I remember I actually finished the game in its entirety, and I had all the episodes edited and prepared to put on YouTube. But I got so bored of putting down an episode every day that I just thought to myself, it's not worth the hassle, and I'll just remove everything. I think I got until episode 54-ish in the 50s, and I still had 102 I had up until episode 102. It was pretty funny, actually. I actually edited all those episodes together in one day. I don't even know why I decided to do that.
So you decide to borrow them.
I think it was because my
especially suspicious looking ones.
I think it was because my PC was starting to get full of all the recordings, and I had to just edit it all, and then I was able to just remove all the recordings and yada yada yada. And I decided to reward myself after I finished editing. I think it was close to 70 episodes of my Let's Play in something akin to 8 hours by summoning on FGO, and I actually got the 5-star I wanted. It was Nero Bright, by the way. I started playing FGO because of Nero. I am a real big fan of her because I played the Fate Extra games and I absolutely adored her in those. Isn't entirely the same character in Fate Grand Order, but Fate Grand Order leans a bit too much on the I love the pro tag, let's make everybody cute anime waifus, and just boil them down to their most basic traits that people would find cute. But yeah, I wasn't able to get Nero Bright for a couple of banners that she appeared on, which really annoyed me because I absolutely loved how Nero Bright looked. What can I say, I'm a sucker for it. And she was fairly rare, so what I did was that when the day started, I decided, okay, if you can finish editing all the parts of Tales of Berseria, then the gods of FGO, they will shine upon you and they will give you Nero Bright. So that was the thing that got me through editing all those parts for 8 hours straight. And then, can't you believe it, I actually got Nero Bright under 300 quartz, which is pretty damn good. There's only 100 summons. Which, if you know the chances of getting a 5-star in FGO, that's pretty good. Usually you need to summon way more. Actually, I for the fun of it actually decided to roll on a banner that had Brynhilder on it. I used, I think, 30 tickets, and I actually got her, which surprised me. I'm actually surprisingly lucky when it comes to getting 5 stars that I didn't intend to roll for. I actually started rolling on the banner for the 4-star, which I can't remember her name, but she's the Golf Dragon Lady. And I thought to myself, dang, I need that in my life. But yeah, it's kind of hilarious because I got, for example, I got a Noble Phantasm 2 or 3 Mordred. I got a Noble Phantasm 2 Nightingale and a bunch of other 5-stars that I got from banners and they weren't even the raid observance or anything like that. I am not great with the coin flip. I barely get my raid observance. That's actually not entirely true, but usually I get my raid observance because I save up to 1,000 quartz to make sure that I get pity at some point. Which you do not know how much it hurts when you get pity and then it's the wrong servant.
Upon the walls of the sturdy building, there is a single word written in crude lettering. Help. Gazing at the writing, all the color drains from Legol's face, and he looks ready to make a run for it.
Don't be a baby,
Legol. You reach out a
Legol.
hand to comfort him, but as you do, you spot a scrap of paper at his feet with what looks like a drawing on it.
Alright. Do we need any more?
Having given the village a once-over, you decide to return to the inn ruin for the time being and review what you've learned.
There we go.
However, you don't have a clear picture of what happened here. Absent any other ideas, you take the scraps of paper you found during your search and lay them out on top of a desk.
Wait, hang on. Do these actually fit together?
Looking at the images on the scraps, Polka realizes that they must have originally formed a single page.
What are the chances that a piece of paper that has been shredded survives on its own for this long and not just disintegrated or got flown away by the wind. Put together the scraps of paper in order starting from the left. Alright. Let's see. Starting from the left. Alright, alright. Alright, well, the middle one needs to go to the left of the left one. Let's see, do we see anything else? Alright. For now, we'll just... Can I... Oh, I need to actually pick them. Alright. Let's see. I'm just trying to check these mountains to see if there's any easy way to see which one needs to go which. You have a lake over here, but I'm not seeing any lake on the others, which means that... Alright, so... Yeah, okay, I think I know how this needs to happen. I think this one is the first one. Then this is the second one. And then this is the final one. There we go. It's because there was no other lake on any of the other cards.
The scraps assembled properly,
that I figured out
to be a
where
map.
they had to be placed. Alright, let's see what this is. A map assembled from scraps found in the silent village. It bears a distinctive mark. Well, let's go see what that is.
Looking closely, you spot a flower drawn in one particular location. Something about it calls to mind a childhood memory for Polka.
Okay, well, that's weird. Maybe Polka's actually from here. Ooh. Ooh. Nah, that doesn't make any sense, but maybe his parents are from here. I don't actually know Polka's backstory, I don't remember it. I remember his mom and maybe dad got killed by monsters, and that's why he wanted to research monsters to get to know them better so that something like this never happens. Something like that, I think. But I'm not entirely sure if I remember. I genuinely don't actually remember. I'm terrible at remembering this. Well, let's see what we get. Okay, that's his mother. It's weird that we haven't seen her full face yet, but maybe it's keeping that secret until they can reveal it. Wait, did we already see her full face? Oh, I don't remember. Dang. If we saw her full face already, they wouldn't have it like this here, right? You did such a good job, Polka. You're going to be just like Mommy and Daddy someday.
Polka stands dazed and unmoving. You ask if anything is wrong, but he replies, "No, nothing at all."
Oh, hello.
Breaking the
Oh,
reverie, a something black as midnight assails the party.
Interesting. That's a monster that was inside of the inner world in Forsaken Maiden. I wonder if that means anything, that it's here right now as a normal monster. I do like
You
its
reach
design,
for
it looks
your
really
weapon,
cool.
ready to fend off a monster. But when you take a look,
That doesn't look like a monster. What is it? It's a shadow. It's attacking. That's what it is. Pay attention.
Legol's upbraiding brings you back to the moment, and you grip your weapon tight, ready to fight.
Alright, boss, damn. This actually reminds me of a moment from Dragon Quest 1. I played the original Dragon Quest 1 because I wanted to make a review of it. It's a terrible review, but it's on YouTube if you want to see me, like, pass me, be terrible at making reviews. Still not good at making reviews, but yeah, so it reminds me of a moment where you have to go through a destroyed village. I don't remember the specifics anymore, except for the fact that you might have had to acquire a weapon there. Alright, this thing is actually decently powerful. Not to the point where it's a boss, but it's certainly deserving of the title mini-boss. And oh my god, I forgot about this. We have this overpowered card. Look at this. Look at this. This is way too powerful. Why would I not always use this? I basically never have to worry about any sort of gem cost again, because it's just absolutely fucking beautiful to the point where I just... I need more. Alright, so it is slower than everything else we have. I'm guessing it will be weak to light. It's a shadow after all. But we'd first like to get an attack down. Just so that it doesn't hit as hard. Also, I like the animations of the gears. It reminds me of Digimon a little. The dark gears from Devimon. That pause was because I thought to myself, was it just Devimon or was it something like Devimon or Neo Devimon? But no, it's just Devimon. Just old Devimon. Damn, I haven't done anything with... Digimon in forever. I did make a let's play of Digimon Cyber Sleuth. Really like that game. I ruined it a bit for myself because I played it so much back to back. It's almost like with a song where you play it over and over and over again until it starts not being fun anymore. That's what happened to me in Hotel California. I never liked Hotel California, but it wasn't a bad song. It's just something I never really liked. But what the hell? But when I was working in a supermarket, Hotel California was one of the songs they would play ad nauseum, to the point where I can't listen to Hotel California without getting angry anymore. It's terrible. And my mom and dad actually really like songs from that band. I don't actually remember what the band is called, the Eagles or something like that. And my sister likes that type of music too, so sometimes it shows up and I just have to hold myself back from immediately throwing something at the television or at the speakers. Because, God, I hate that song so much. I don't know why Hotel California was the one that specifically stuck in my mind, but every time I heard that on a highway, specifically that part, I just get irritated. But yeah, what the hell is this? And why is it saying numbers? Please tell me we're not going the route of a this is all a simulation. That's the second worst ending aside from it was all a dream. Well, and I'm saying that the in the simulation isn't as bad as the in a dream, because you can play the simulation one in slightly different ways where it wouldn't be entirely terrible, but usually it is. Where the it was all a dream ending is just not fun for anybody.
The monster-like thing's attacks are ferocious. Like darkness come to life. It steadily wears you down.
This thing's weird.
Trollis seems to be feeling the same unease you are in regards to the creature.
That's not good. I really do like the design of this creature though. I don't know what it is. I always have a weakness for shadowy, dark creatures like this with the bright eyes. It's beautiful. This was my favorite design from Forsaken Maiden, so I'm glad it came back. Deal an additional 10 damage. No! Why attack Polka? Ensures all allies and enemies attack. Oh. I don't really think that makes much of a difference if I'm going to be entirely honest. The evasion rate isn't super high. It barely shows up. Well, Polka, you can actually not finish it. I was gonna say, Polka, you can finish it. You deserve it, but no, just no. Seems that you don't deserve it. Thought it was fitting. It seems like we're gonna be a bit more focused on old Polka. Polky Polk. Polkay.
You've managed to defeat the creature and hold a card aloft to seal it. It doesn't seem to work, though.
Seems like you need a physical substance to put the creature in the card.
Maybe this really isn't a monster after all.
Oh, hello.
A little troublesome having to deal with all these unknown foes, isn't it? Exclaims Polka. The four of you decide to run for it. But when you turn, you find Steelborough soldiers blocking your
How?
path, trapping you.
Wasn't this place supposed to be something out of legend, something people didn't believe in? How the hell did they get here so quickly? Do those people never quit?
Perhaps they're in pursuit of those responsible for killing everyone in the Senate. The Ghoul clicks his tongue.
Who will you try and fight? This seems like an important choice. The obvious one is the monsters. But, so, fuck it. We're gonna attack the Steelborough guys.
The group decides that it would be better to take on the soldiers than to challenge the black creatures. However,
Please tell me this isn't one of those choices that don't even matter. Dang it.
the Steelborough soldiers ignore you and start to
Let me
fight
make
with the
mistakes.
creatures.
Let me fuck over my entire game save by making one decision that the game didn't want me to make. Let me fuck up my game forever because of that decision. Give me consequences for making the wrong decision, damn it.
The thought of just running for it crosses your mind. But the soldiers are still people. You can't just leave them to die.
Can't we? Can't we really? Regroup and join the soldiers from Steelborough. I really do like this design though.
The soldiers don't wait for your help and manage to bring down the shadowy creatures. Polka shouts his appreciation to the soldiers. Thank you so much.
We should probably go.
They turn to look at you and Polka, and with a nod, they attack you this
Damn
time.
it. We should have just left. Should have just left. Let's hope they aren't as strong as that other black soldier we were fighting. No, they are not. Good. Could you imagine? We would be dead. Okay, only allies. I hate it when enemies get the defense up. It makes the fight so much worse than it has to be. I wonder if I should focus a bit more on single target attacks at some point. Alright, screw it. Trollis, you go. Let's do an attack down. The attack up didn't really matter for Trollis because I did that attack down. Well, no matter. We should be able to kill that soldier next turn. Huh. Does that strong soldier only have the exact same moveset as other soldiers, just having his stats bumped up incredibly? We should be able to kill the black soldier, or both black soldiers, if I focus on doing AoE for a little. Or maybe not, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Well, we'll still be able to kill one soldier anyway, so No, we'll just do a simple heal. Polka will heal a little bit after his turn, so it's not as necessary for him to heal. Alright, finish this. Finish this, Trolls. Well, you're not gonna finish it, but close to. Why do we keep getting defense buffs? That seems a bit too coincidental for it to actually be random. Maybe this fight will keep getting defense buffs because they don't want us to lose. These soldiers do seem a little bit underpowered.
I expected nothing less.
Would be cool if we got an actual soldier guard, but that would be a bit much, wouldn't it?
You managed to defeat the Steelborough soldiers.
Alright, time to kill them.
You question one of them, asking how many of them are pursuing you.
Filthy traitors!
In the next instant, the soldier is back on its feet and rushing at you.
Alright, seems we have to put you into the torture cage.
Legol turns to you. We shouldn't linger here. Abiding his suggestion, you decide to hurry away from the place.
Leave the silent village. Seems a little weird that they are this upset with following us. Obsessed with following us. I said upset instead of obsessed.
You decide to ask your friends what to do next.
Like always, I will be asking Trollis.
Trollis waves her hands about vigorously. Still good to go. And with that, she indicates that she'll follow you.
Helpful. Alright. It will be either Polka or Legol that is the right answer. But I want to see what both of them have to say. And I'm gonna guess that it's going to be Legol that is going to be the right answer. So we'll ask Polka first.
We should press on through New Terra, says Polka.
I
He is
feel
curious
that
about the
his
mark
name
on the
spelling
map,
is really weird.
Thinking of the Guru of Lightville.
Seriously,
and
is
proclaiming
this
that
how
what
you
seek
spell Polka
could be
in any
New
sort
Terra.
of situation? I really don't think so. This is the letters don't even form the word polka. Who will you ask? Okay, we could ask everybody. Or I was right about Legol being the one you had to ask.
New Terra's dangerous, Legol says. Now that we know, we should just go back. You can't deny the truth of what he's saying, given what just transpired in the village. Nonetheless, you tell the others, I want to keep exploring New Terra. You're curious about Polka's reaction to the mark on the map. Fine, but I'm going back after we check that spot out, Legol says, with no attempt to mask the displeasure in his voice. Polka looks carefully at the map and determines that the mark indicates a location north of where you are, between snow-capped mountains.
Well, good thing we already explored that. Oh, hey, it's the roving market. We might be able to get some good weapons. Yep.
The merchant's eyes are starry and bright. This is his first glimpse of New Terra. You ask the man how he managed to scale the end wall, and he raises two bloodied palms to show you. Why, it seems as though he climbed over himself in pursuit of your group. He laughs off your surprise. It was nothing. Not when there's business to be doing.
I can respect that.
You recoil a bit, but are nonetheless glad to have the chance to do some shopping.
let's see what we can get. Also, see what kind of monster cards we can get. Any new weapons for me? Alright. Huh. Only really ups your attack by 4. That's not really that good. Not really that good right there. No new... Nothing new for old Legol. Interesting. Wait, really? Why does everybody else get new weapons but Legol doesn't? That seems a bit weird. Doesn't it? Huh. That seems really weird to me that only Legol doesn't have any new... Oh, no, Trolls doesn't either. Why? Why? Alright, well... Well, I'm not gonna question it right now. Still weird. No. Your selection is a little terrible. But we might be able to buy something else later. Alright, let's buy. Let's just buy it. It's not like we're gonna grab it naturally. Nothing new, nothing new, nothing new, nothing new. Okay, well, unfortunate. Let's hope we might get some decent new cards. Alright, let's get the hell out of here. Ooh, I should probably give Legol that one healing card, that mushroom one. The mushroom one is pretty good. I would like to have Legol keep his one attack, and that attack boost is better than... Alright, we'll just get rid of the normal heal. 9 heal isn't really worth doing anyways. Damn, that's 4 though. There we go. It's kind of funny to think that Elle is by far the best healer because of one of her passives. It would be a 19. That moth would be a 19 heal.
The mark on the map looks like it's pointing to this village. It seems like it could be dangerous to approach.
That moth heal would be a 19 heal, and that mushroom heal would be a 15 heal. That would be insane. What do? Enter the monster town.
You say that you want to go into the village, but Legol stops you, insisting that you need a plan first.
Come on, Trollos is half monster anyway. I'm sure we'll be welcomed.
With uncommon zeal, Polka suddenly bursts out, "Please, you have to let me investigate the place." He explains that the mark drawn on the map looks much like his mother's hand.
Alright, so Polka came from New Terra. Good to know.
You truly do want to agree to his request, but it would be reckless to a fault if you just marched right in without preparing.
Is there anything you might be able to use? An utterly and completely ordinary raw stone. Of course!
Tossing
We
a
can
stone
trade it.
to get the monster's attention would hardly be a long-term solution. You have no idea what you do after that.
Fine. We'll do the fairy dust.
The fairies you encountered on the end wall were masquerading as Polka and Trollos. So wouldn't that mean you could use this powder to disguise yourselves? You suggest to the others that you use the fairy dust to disguise yourselves as monsters.
I am actually curious to see if we get custom sprites for them. That would be adorable. Just seeing custom variants of different monsters that have a little bit of them in them. Honestly, I would honestly already be happy with for example, Polka's monster just having his hat or his glasses. That would be adorable.
Though reluctant to assume such a form, you're left with little other recourse.
Alright, what monster are they gonna change into? One of them has to be slime.
You and the others
okay, well,
use the
this is
fairy
fine.
dust to transform into monsters.
Oh my god, I'm a little disappointed with the main character because it's basically just her with darker skin and animal ears, which normally I would be all for, but compared to the others, look at Trollus's one. She's adorable, little chubby thing, and then look at Polka's one, also great. Yeah, no.
Trollus seems somehow pleased with her newfound
Yeah, I want to give you a hug. You seem to, you would be so comfortable to use as some sort of napping cushion. You know how a dog uses it.
Certainly more pleased than Legol, who is rather less than happy about his new monster form.
I think you look pretty cool.
At any rate,
Also, your
the
clothes seem a lot
transformation has
warmer, which
afforded
is a
you
plus.
the opportunity to safely infiltrate the village, and you set off to do so.
I do wonder why all the other party members have a lot more change happen to them, but Elle is only partially changed with kitty ears. Maybe there's not a reason for it and they just decided to have a boring transformation for the main character. But I hope there's a reason for it. Maybe... Oh, hey. I wonder what kind of equipment we would get. Also, pet shop.
It looks like no humans live in this village. Instead, the monsters seem to have a thriving culture of their own.
I'm really hoping that that pet shop doesn't have humans as pets, but it doesn't make sense for them to have monsters as pets. Or is this a Disney situation where some monsters have sentience and some don't? Like how Goofy is a dog and Pluto is a dog, but one of them is allowed to wear clothes and have human rights, where the other one is seen as a pet.
You can't hide your surprise that they live just like humans, and your mouth drops open. Polka whispers into your ear, "Let's hurry and look around this place before they find out what we really are."
Well, first things first, I am curious about this pet shop.
After you enter the dimly lit shop, you notice its monster owner sighing. You ask if something is wrong, and it explains that it doesn't have enough dishes to feed the pets in
Oh,
the
we're
shop.
having some side quests?
After taking a good look at you, the owner asks, "Would you be willing to get a plate from the nearby village?"
The silent one?
You don't especially want to help a monster. But Polka convinces you by saying, "It probably wouldn't hurt for us to ingratiate ourselves to the locals."
Find the plate in the silent village. Interesting.
All my darlings are so
Okay, so
very
we have to
hungry.
actually...
Please, hurry. The pet shop
Ooh,
monster
who's
urges
this?
you.
Alright, well, let's explore the village first. It seems that we are not allowed to see the shop until then. Hopefully we will be allowed to see what the
offers
shop...
you a ball and says, "I'm much too noble. Couldn't possibly play with something like this. Throw me something more valuable," the monster says, tail wagging back and forth out of a desire to play.
What, you want me to throw a gemstone or something? Wouldn't that hurt your teeth by grabbing it? Throw something, alright, let's see, don't throw anything. Here. It's a piece of paper, so I don't really know how that
Here.
would work.
"Fetch," you say, throwing something from your pack. The monster zips after it, tongue lolling with delight.
It's also pretty cheap, technically. So.
The monster returns quickly,
Oh,
something clutched in mouth, but not what you threw.
a lot better than what I threw. Appreciate it, little monster dude. Cute little thing.
The monster's tail wags back and forth, and its tongue lolls out. You can tell it wants to play some more.
Okay, let me play more. I don't mind throwing some goodies at him and then him giving me reviving potions.
I'm so hungry, the bone monster says, theatrically patting the void where its stomach would be. It keeps stealing glances over at you.
Hey Kuro, what's up? Just playing some Voice of Cards and all that.
Polka signals to you with his eyes to just ignore it. The creature is clearly fishing for
Free
a response.
Deca? What do you mean by Deca? Don't know what a Deca is, but I imagine you'll explain it to me. Yeah, I haven't really locked into Limbus in a bit. I've tried playing it a couple of times in the meantime. Oh, alright, well. Could have a look. I don't want to turn down a Deca. But yeah, I haven't really played any Limbus for a while now. I've tried to play it, but I still just don't feel like it. The Don Quixote boss really burned me the hell out.
Trollus,
shame,
however,
though.
takes the bait. But no stomach? Great. That's right, chatters the monster with delight, its joints cricking and cracking. That's why I'm so hungry. It always goes right through me.
So is there a reason why there's a multiple being given? Is there some sort of anniversary or a special event? That's why I specified just log in to claim it as a weekly as well as weekly lunacy. Oh, alright. Cool. Cool. Okay, we didn't get a quest there. I expected we needed to grab some food for him from the Silent Village, maybe. But,
The monster running the weapon
Oh,
shop
that is a cutie.
explains that they
Bit
sell
creepy,
weapons stolen from adventurers.
bit creepy, but still. Okay, can I buy something? Okay, I can actually buy something. That's good to know. I was afraid that after the monster shop, I wouldn't be able to buy something. Alright, so why were we unable to buy this sword for Lagol before? Maybe they wanted the monster shop to be at least somewhat useful. Dark mail. It's pretty good. It lowers his speed though. We got this. It's basically worse. And then we have this, which is slightly better for Polka, which we can take. Then we got a bunch of rings. Damn, a lot of rings actually. Increases chance to evade attack. Gain 1 extra gem at the start of battle. Yeah, some of these rings seem alright, but we really don't need them. Let's see. We can grab this one for Polka because it's just a straight up upgrade for everything. It's also not that expensive. Buy and equip. There we go. I'm fairly sure we don't need to buy anything for Trollus. Also, this Friday PM stream on to know if you want a summarization or stay oblivious till things happen. If you want to give me a summarization, I don't mind, as long as it doesn't spoil something that I might not want to be spoiled, but I highly doubt it. I already sort of know how the ending of for Canto 7 is gonna be, so yeah, you can summarize it to me. Also, this Friday. Not sure if I'm gonna stream this Friday, but afterwards you can summarize it to me. Alright. We could get some decent defense going. Oh, slightly better defense for Trollus with this Dark Mail, but alright, well, we'll just do this. Buy and equip. Alright, yeah, we have everything we need. Actually, we didn't buy the weapons. That's actually pretty dumb of me. Do we have enough money for all of them? Maybe. Getting that speed upgrade. Oh, it won't be a speed upgrade for Trolls. That's unfortunate. Is it worth buying these weapons? Fuck it, we're just gonna buy these weapons. We'll get enough money later anyway. Might not be great if I have to buy a lot of super expensive weapons later, but I can just farm for a little bit and it will be fine. I'm a bit over the point where I should be worried about being overpowered. I'm gonna be overpowered regardless of how I want it to be. If I hadn't farmed for those extra monster cards to complete that one quest, I might have been able to not be too overpowered, but I'm gonna be overpowered regardless. It's a bit unfortunate, because I do think that not being overpowered in JRPGs is usually the best way to play it. Except if you specifically want to play it being overpowered. As a kid, I usually really enjoyed it that way, and I sometimes still do. For example, sometimes it's just fun to grab a Dragon Quest game and decide, yeah, I'm just gonna be hella overpowered here.
The monster running the inn can sing a tune so sweet, it seems it'll have you sound asleep in moments and dreaming sweet, rejuvenating dreams.
Alright, well.
How about a nice rest? Someone calls as you approach.
I do actually really like the design of this Undine. The hair especially just really is pretty, and this cape thing, absolutely beautiful. The party takes leave of the inn feeling rested. Huh, they didn't even give a reason why we didn't have to trade anything. Usually they give a reason why the inn doesn't cost any money. Hello.
You're not gonna win contest like that, one of the monsters says.
I don't know what kind of context you're referring to.
The trio seems worked up about something. When you ask what kind of contest it is, the monsters leap around and reply, jumping contest.
Oh, alright. Makes sense. Do I have to talk to every frog, or?
Higher, 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 the monsters say, hopping and jumping with gusto as they practice for their jumping contest.
Oh, okay. Little random. Oh, we have a little house. Mayor's residence. This seems like a special monster, but it might just be a monster we haven't seen yet.
All the goods on offer have been stolen from one adventurer or another. The shopkeep impresses upon you just how useful they'll be.
Alright, I'm just gonna say it. How does a slime successfully run a shop without any arms?
Someday. Someday, the monster says, trembling all over.
Not ominous. Anything useful? We do have some revives. We barely have any money, so... Oh, hell yes! We can actually get some guaranteed cards. That will be useful for later when we have to farm. That is genuinely great for us. Alright.
The monster cackles ominously. I may have shed my earthly shell, but I haven't lost my love of games.
Does that mean that people can turn into monsters if they die, if they linger as ghosts? That's pretty weird.
This is the game parlor. A monster calls out, "Want to play cards?"
Nah, I'm good. Alright.
With starry, lovelorn eyes, the sprite says, "How I wish to see him again."
Who are
Upon
you
hearing the
referring to?
details from her, you think the object of her longing sounds a bit like Legol. Ha! As if. The monster snorts with laughter.
Maybe we getting some ID highlights and MD5 announcements. Maybe. Sorry if I don't sound all that excited at the moment, but, you know.
The doors of the magnificent
Wait, are you telling me that this
mansion
fluffball is the mayor?
and a delightfully fluffy monster comes out.
I wouldn't call this delightful. I find this terrifying. I don't know why, but with that giant worm with giant teeth and this fluff ball that just has teeth, it just freaks me out. Which is the monster Instagram? Not really sure, she never gave it.
The monster says, "Spend all the time you want. Our village is yours." It looks as though this is the local mayor. The mayor looks at Polka in surprise, and then narrows his eyes. He explains that Polka reminds him a lot of a friend of his from
maybe.
long ago.
Maybe. Okay, first of all, what eyes, but maybe Polka's dad was a monster. Ooh.
Hoping to win the mayor over, Polka rattles off a lie. Yes, I'm his descendant.
Okay, yeah, there's a pretty high chance that Polka's dad is gonna be a monster, or maybe his mom was a monster.
The mayor is apparently the credulous sort, and is convinced. He offers a memento of his old friend.
Ooh, staff of a famous magician. Thunderstaff. I just bought new gear, so let's see how it stacks up. Would be hilarious if it's actually not that strong. Oh, no, don't want skills. It's actually weaker than the oh. Wait, why? Why would you give a staff that would be useless at this point? At least give the sage staff. Holy crap. I'm gonna say it. Voice of Cards sucks as giving the players rewards. Why would anybody want that staff? Why would they not have bought this staff already? The only reason would be if they never decided to buy anything from the shops, which I might have done in any other... I think it's even worse than Warframe at this point. I think... Oh.
You leave the village and quickly undo the transformation. You don't find it terribly enjoyable to remain in monster form.
I find it... that Warframe, while sometimes not giving the best rewards, at least they know how to entice the player properly. Here, it's just that it's a staff that's already out of date. You can literally get a better staff in the same village. And okay, yeah, you might not want to spend money, so then maybe this staff is decent. But it's a staff that you were able to get a chapter ago. So... unless you are never bought any gear, you would never want to use that staff. This staff is the third staff you can get in this game, which means that unless you never bought gear or only bought gear in the very beginning, you do not have a use for this staff. I just find it stupid. Alright, well, if we need to find a plate, there's a high chance it might be at the inn. Warframe gives you 1500 credit after you complete on 120 survival against enemy.
There isn't a single piece of dishware to be found. They must have all been taken already.
I guess it's been a while since I played Warframe, but I remember that you... I'm thinking right now. Okay, so I can admit that last time I played Warframe, they didn't really give you much reward for doing higher level content. I'll admit that. Usually you got the best reward from farming relics and the like. They used to did have something where you would go to the Orcan vault and you would have to farm as much as you could to try and get as many... how do I explain this? So, before you got relics, you had keys in Warframe. And with those keys, you were able to go to certain missions that would allow you to get prime parts, right? And in some missions, the longer you stayed, the more prime parts you got. So, but if you lost, you wouldn't get any prime parts, which gave you incentive to stay longer and longer, and basically that was the higher level content in Warframe, and I really like that, so I wasn't a fan of them switching to relics, if I'm going to be honest. It's a damn shame, I really like that. Gave you actually a reason to that higher level content.
There is some laboratory equipment in the building, along with a cage. Legol says, "We've
That was
looked around
quick.
here enough. Come on."
How did your PC reset that quickly?
There are several salves, poultices, and other medicinals on the shelves. Legol says, "We've searched this place enough."
Alright. I expected the play to be in the inn, but this is fine.
There is a single word written in crude lettering on the wall. Help. Highly unsettling though it may be,
Heck yeah.
you carefully search the area and find a plate on the floor.
A large plate carved from wood. More of a bowl, really.
Trembling, Legol says, "We got what we came for. No point sticking around any longer." He's not wrong. You could be attacked at any time by one of those shadowy creatures. You all agree to hurry back to town.
So, do you still play Warframe? I haven't played it in a while, so... Might be fun if you tell me about what's happening at this point. I've played a little bit when the operators were new, when you could play as your operator, but I never really cared much for it, personally. And I also played a lot more a couple years ago because I introduced a friend to Warframe and he got obsessed with it, and that's why I played it for a while. But aside from that, not really, so... Anything new happen in the story of Warframe or gameplay-wise?
Into a monster and slip back into the town of monsters.
Alright, here's your plate / bowl.
The monster accepts the plate from you and immediately sets about preparing food for the pets.
Okay, I'm 100% sure that the pets are going to be people. They wouldn't have hidden, they wouldn't say it like this if the pets weren't gonna be something fucked up. Yo, soup's up.
The shuffling of feet on the floor as the hungry pets answer the owner's call.
I knew it.
But then you realize what the pets are. Humans.
Can we actually buy some of them?
You're all very, very important gifts, the monster coos with a smile.
What do you do? Save the humans, let's go.
You can't turn a blind eye to this. This is barbaric. How dare you treat humans this way? You scream.
We've been treating monsters the same way, so bit of a hypocrite there, buddy, but alright.
The monster looks at you in surprise. What you talking about? You draw your weapon and brandish it at them.
It's honestly really hypocritical, if I'm going to be honest, and I don't want to hurt this monster if I don't want to hurt this monster, dang it. But I don't think that we're gonna be able to move on if we don't do that, so... Of course I don't want monsters to be... I mean, I don't want humans to be in a cage, but I just feel like it's super hypocritical for us to be angry about this. We've been seeing monsters in cages for forever. This feels wrong. I hope we don't kill this guy. It just feels wrong to kill him for something like this. Which is weird to say with this basically being slavery, but...
You've managed a clean victory over the pet shop owner. Your conviction is renewed that monsters are beasts to be despised for the suffering they cause humans. The people freed from the cages
that face is
look
terrifying.
terrified and are unable to even speak. Well, now what? says Legol. Your reply is cool and composed.
Oh wait, he said I'm resetting. I thought that he said I'm done resetting. We have to take down all the monsters in town. It's the only way.
Polka agrees with your assessment. We'll be found out before long, and there's little else we can do to save so many people. In a tiny voice, Legol replies, "Yeah, right." He looks out of the shop window.
I guess. Oh
and
shit! I
surveys
thought.
the town.
Holy shit! I really need to get onto paying attention to the YouTube chat. Holy shit! Oh, you're playing Monster Hunter though. Nice. Which Monster Hunter are you playing? Give me the details. Are you playing Rise? Not yet. We just killed someone, so that's sort of dying, I guess. But yeah, what Monster Hunter are you playing? Rise, World. I don't think Wilds is out yet, so that can't be it. Or are you playing? Or are you gonna give me a left? I don't know the saying. Or are you playing Stories? Defeat all the monsters in town. I feel so guilty. These guys haven't been any sort of mean to me, but I'm gonna kill them just for doing something that humans have been doing all along. Also, this is gonna take a while. Crap.
To battle.
I feel kind of bad. Don't want to kill this doggo. He has done nothing to me. Yeah, we're in a disguise. It turned us all into furries. We're in a village full of monsters and we need to disguise ourselves to make sure we didn't get killed on sight. Or, I guess, put into cages like pets. Sheep is funny. Yeah, the little puffball is pretty funny, yeah. It's really cute too. Alright, I feel immensely guilty about this. Can we maybe not kill the doggo, but we killed the doggo and we can't do anything about it? Why can't I make a choice not to kill the monsters, damn it?
The monster lets out a clipped whine, and then lies down for the last time.
Can we go over here, or?
The door to the mayor's residence is locked up tight. You should focus on dealing with the monsters outside.
Because this is a JRPG and JRPGs rarely allow player agency. Fair enough. It just sucks. I feel like an asshole, man. I feel like a damn asshole and a damn hypocrite. They didn't do nothing that humans didn't do before. Hell, we have endangered monsters as well at this point. We're no better than them because apparently monsters are fully sentient, even the dog one. Alright. I expected this monster to be something more relevant because I hadn't seen her design yet, but... Also, I find it hilarious that she's basically wearing something akin to lingerie. Like, what? Isn't that cold in the freezing weather? Guess you gotta get that male demographic somehow. Also, Kuro, you still haven't answered me on that Monster Hunter question. I'm genuinely curious, so tell me. Apparently not. I actually can handle the cold pretty well as well. I usually can wear shorts until it's 5 degrees out. Alright, which Monster Hunter are you playing? Tell me. Tell me, damn it. I want to know. I'm just gonna do this. Alright, but which one are you playing? Alright, good choice, good choice. I'm not sure which one I prefer over Rise and World. As I do remember enjoying the hell out of World, but Rise is more recent, so I might have some recency bias there. Alright, so the hot lingerie monster is dead, which sucks for all of us.
I wish I could have seen him one more time, the monster says, before issuing its dying breath.
I'm gonna quickly go to the bathroom. Because apparently I can't do one stream without having to go to the bathroom, so I'll be back in a second. So guys, I just remembered something that I wanted to ask, but I forgot during the stream. So, I was playing Chrono Arc, or trying to play Chrono Arc, and I couldn't move. And I was wondering if you guys knew if there was some sort of glitch going on that I didn't know about. I looked it up, but there wasn't really much about Chrono Arc. Every time I tried to look something up, it only started talking about Arc. Yeah, I can move the character. I can click on... I can interact with things, but I just can't move. At all. I've tried verifying the game. It was all working properly. I've tried using controller. I've tried using keyboard. I've reinstalled the game, but nothing is working. No, nothing. I've not seen anything online. That's why I was so curious if maybe you guys knew something. Because I do want to play Chrono Arc, but if I can move, then there's nothing I can do. Well, time to be a giant fucking hypocrite again. Well, I just uninstalled and reinstalled the game, so hopefully that will fix it. Yeah, maybe. I'm just gonna hope that it will fix itself when I reinstall the game. It's kinda random. I haven't done anything different with my Chrono Arc. I hadn't played it in a couple days, but really weird, right? Just suddenly it didn't work properly anymore. I also checked if my keyboard and mouse were working properly, but that's working just fine. That's basically what I'm gonna do after I'm done streaming. I'm gonna check if uninstalling and installing works, because I already reinstalled it, I just didn't check if it worked yet. But yeah, weird, right? I haven't really heard anything about it, and I've checked online and there was nobody that said anything about it, so... I feel so bad. These guys can barely fight back. I'm just a giant asshole right now. Boop. Now, when I said that I wanted to feel something from this game, I didn't mean this.
Wish I could have eaten my fill one last time, the monster says, before issuing a particularly dry death rattle.
Feel like they might have had a little bit too many monsters for this to actually keep its strengths, no. Keep, not relevance, what's the word for it? Keep its intended effect. At this point I don't feel bad about killing the monsters. I lost that after the skeleton. And I'm just thinking, wow, it's gonna take forever to actually kill everybody. Of course, it's a bitch move of me to just keep complaining about the game, because I do think this kind of works, because I still feel like an asshole, which is the intended effect, I imagine. Damn, we're critting a lot, or Blagol is critting a lot. Could you imagine this from the monster's point of view? Just 4 random people show up and start killing everybody. Oh! Oh my god, I actually...
Poetic justice, the Yeti says. These words are its last.
I actually realized something. This is the reverse of what happened to L, right? Monsters just suddenly showed up and killed everybody, and now L is doing the same thing. That's actually kind of good, Voice of Cards. I like this. I like this. Elle is basically becoming the monster that she hated so much. That's good. That is good. So Elle is supposed to be a giant hypocrite. At least if this is what the game was going for, then, like, props to you, Voice of Cards. That's really good. I give you a slow clap. Dice rolled by all allies and enemies all land on 6. Alright. No, water isn't gonna be strong on you. I didn't have any lightning, unfortunately. I don't think there is any lightning cards so far. Nice. Wow, that did a lot of damage. Damn, this card that generates 3 gems is insanely good. There's no reason to not use it. Okay, why are we critting so much? This seems a bit much. As in, I don't think this is a coincidence. Yeah, see you later, Kuro. We are critting way too much.
At last, true rest.
Jesus, that's dark.
Says, before its eyes close forever.
Why are some... Well, isn't this game based on RNG loot drops? You have to literally lock into it. Yeah, but haven't you seen? We've critted on every monster so far with almost every attack. That's way too high chances. I sometimes feel like the game is fucking with the RNG to give the result that they want.
To battle.
I'm actually curious, what do you think about the game so far? I've bitched about it way too much right now, and that genuinely surprises me, but what's your response to this game? Could be in the mechanic for the segment. Could be. I'm gonna finish these guys off with Trawlers. You know what? Let's just toast some toads. You get it? Toasts. Some toads. Ooh, that's a good animation. I forgot about that. It's baby's first JRPG, I'd say. It's enjoyable, especially if you give it a lot of suspense of disbelief, and the mechanics are simple enough. Yeah, that's basically it. All these Voice of Cards games are meant to be quick JRPGs that anybody can play.
We practiced so much, the monster says. They have hopped their last.
Yeah, I stopped feeling bad about 4 monsters ago, buddy. That's actually the intent of these games, to be short JRPGs that anybody can play. I feel that my bitching about it is more about the expectations I had after the first game than the actual games themselves. Which is unfortunate, because I always talk shit about people that do that, so maybe I should learn to be better.
Get out.
You know, do as I say, not as I do, right? I don't actually know if this ghost is weak to anything except maybe light. Yeah, we'll just go for the water attack. I doubt this ghost is weak to fire. And we don't have that one skill that will allow us to roll a 6 every time. And even if we did, it would still be 2 less damage than the water toad. Let's just do an offensive attack. Hopefully... Okay, this time we didn't crit, so I might have just got unlucky with the crits. Alright, 100% this thing is gonna be weak to light. 100%. No? Okay, yeah, okay. But we didn't kill it in one turn, which was surprising. I'm betting that the mayor is gonna make us feel bad about killing all these monsters after we've done it. Maybe he's gonna tell Polka, yeah, no, your parents actually were part of this village too, long before, or we were friends with your parents, something like that. And I don't think it's gonna hit quite like the game wants it to, but we'll see.
I've already lost my body. I know when to fold, the monster says, before giving up the ghost.
Alright, one more to go. Alright, Mr. Slime, you were pretty eerie before, so now we're gonna take revenge. Alright, we're all rolling 6s. Slimes aren't specifically weak to anything. Would be fun if you were under an illusion. Oh, that would actually be pretty fun, yeah. That would be pretty fun. Oh, yeah, no, that would be good. If you call that one, I'll give you the props you deserve. No, I don't think that's what the case is, though, but we can hope. Alright. Well, the only one that survived more than one turn was that ghost, because it had an incredible amount of HP for what it was. Alright, let's see what
I'm going to die without my revenge, the monster says, its final words oozing out before it passes on.
Alright, I want to know more about this slime story. Make a Voice of Cards Slimes
like
edition.
You've defeated all of the monsters in the village.
Except for the mayor.
You decide that there's no longer any need to remain in monster form and undo your transformations. But at that moment, a giant monster stomps up to your group.
Damn, yeah, okay, so this is definitely... So, in the first chapter, a troll destroyed El's village, the main character. So they're definitely going for a reversing the roles here. So that's actually pretty good. They basically made El the monster that that put her on this journey to begin with. I do like that. I really do like that. That's pretty good. I'm not letting you run amok any longer.
The monster's teeth gnash in fury. Seeing you and Legol has jogged something in its memory.
You people from subterranean village.
Your eyes go wide.
So this is the troll that killed
words.
everybody in our village.
Remember that scar on its eye. It can't be. Was this the monster that attacked the subterranean village?
Maybe this is why I came back alive, to avenge friends you killed. Well, you killed her family, so it's only fair.
Never would you have imagined you'd run into this monster here. You grab your weapon and let out a guttural scream.
Alright then. Wonder if it's as strong as when we first fought it. I think it is.
You have a history with this one, but don't lose your cool.
Dice rolls by all allies and enemies all land on 1. Okay, so we don't want any dice rolls. Is a troll weak to fire? No, it is not. Thing is pretty damn strong. It has 42 attack and it has a crap ton of HP. It's clearly stronger than even the knight we fought. We got super weapon from that one. Let's do an offensive up here. Oh, that's not great. I need to all heal after this. Should have done that before, but ooh, I don't want to do that. Guess we can do a defense down. Okay, we got some healing. But yeah, no, I actually like this story beat. I keep repeating myself, but I'm just genuinely surprised by that. It's a genuinely fun story beat that it all went full circle. Like, that's genuinely good. Was able to do a strong attack, but we would have only done maybe 8 more damage, so I'm not broken up about it. And we should still be fine as long as we're able to properly heal. There we go. Everybody should be almost full health after this. Luckily, this monster doesn't seem to have any of the strong attacks that the Black Knight had. If this monster was able to do that twice the attack power attack, then we would have been one-shotted a couple of times. We'll just do a normal attack. There you go, Troll. Let's kill this thing. We'll do 28 attack. Nice. Okay, we do definitely need to kill a goal. Ooh, it's gonna be able to crit. If it does a really strong attack, we are basically fucked. I'm a little worried about that. I'm gonna check if this thing is weak to fire damage. It's not weak to it, but we did crit, so that was pretty good. Let's see, we do want to heal. This should... Heals can crit, so this should heal way more. Huh, okay, that's weird. I expected it to crit. Alright. At A2 attack. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, that's actually pretty terrifying right there. Don't want that. We'll hopefully be able to kill it before it's able to use that attack on us. L is able to survive at least 2 turns, so we should be fine. All allies. Okay, that's actually a good one for us. That's a good one for us. No, L doesn't need any healing. Otherwise I would have done that HP absorbing attack. Nice. See, this 3 gem card is just so good. I don't have to worry about gems ever. As long as I keep using that. Alright, we'll do 1 more heal. I don't think anybody else needs to heal except for Lagol, so we'll just heal. Could have done an attack hop in hoping to kill it a bit quicker, but I don't think it matters. We'll kill it next turn anyway. No, we'll just do a normal attack. I'm not really sure if we can feel bad about this anymore, because if the monsters that killed L's village are from this village, then it's basically just an eye for an eye, and I can't really say I would feel bad for these monsters. And yeah, I know, usually games and other media tell you, yeah, an eye for an eye will make the world go blind, but, you know, sometimes the best solution to having your entire life destroyed is just destroying the person that destroyed your life's entire life. If that was a pretty big jumble of words. Alright, we're at level 24. I'm actually a little surprised that we weren't as overpowered for this fight as I imagined we were. We were pretty strong and we were never really in danger, but still.
Monster and raise your sword high. This is for everyone you killed.
We could have actually died, which just surprised me because I felt like we were pretty overpowered at this point. As in, if we hadn't healed and didn't have the right card, we could have died.
Looking at you, the monster speaks in a soft voice. What you did here, any different?
It wasn't, but you started all this, so technically I'm slightly more morally superior than you.
The scarred monster destroyed your home, and now you've destroyed its.
Yep. Me, you, exact same.
Shut up, says Legol. He steps forward and thrusts his sword at the monster in your place. You shake your head and stop him. You know you have to do this yourself. You've had your revenge. Maybe killing this monster was the whole reason for this trip. Yet the monster's words stick with you, like a tiny bone lodged in your throat. Legol notices you brooding and speaks, his voice full of concern. Don't let it worry you. The village mayor comes over, looking at you as though he wishes to speak.
What do you do? Let's listen to him. I would find it hilarious if he's now will go on a revenge quest against El, and then we switch perspectives to this monster, and it was actually all a fake out. This was the prologue of the game all along, and this is actually a 100-hour long RPG with this fluffball being the protagonist. Voice of cards, beast of burden, and you play the beast that has the burden. Amazing. Best game of the year.
You decide to listen to the mayor. The mayor speaks in a quiet voice as he tells you how this town came to be.
Square Enix, well, Square Enix isn't that bad, right? I haven't played many of their games lately, except for these ones. Isn't Square Enix the ones that made the Dragon Quest III remake? Any company that made the Dragon Quest III remake can be evil or can be bad, right? I am actually really looking forward to playing that. I'm waiting for it to maybe get a discount, but I don't think it actually will. This town was established to protect the entrance to special ruins, but the long years fulfilling that role are over.
After finishing, the mayor hands you a key to his residence.
Key to a monster town residence. It's scratched up like someone was munching on it. Yeah, I'm not really sure what's going on there. Probably the last area we have to go to.
The entrance to the ruins can be found in the basement of his home.
Interesting.
There is something there. A truth you ought to know.
Okay, so we're getting to the weird plot twist that will destroy our perception of the entire game.
He continues. Now my duty is done. Will you kill me quickly?
I miss my friends. It's time to go to him. Kill the mayor. It would be more fucked up not to kill him, right? Yeah, but I'm kind of curious to see what happens if I don't kill him. Just a little curious.
You put your sword away. You have no desire to end the life of one who so clearly wants it. The mayor gazes at you, sadness swimming in his eyes. then looks up at the sky.
My life goes on. Again. Hang on a little longer, Cypri.
You need to go to the mayor's residence and find whatever this truth is that you must know.
You can now select the player card of the main characters in monster form when playing in multiplayer in the game parlor via the title screen. Alright, that's cool. You fulfilled the necessary requirements and unlocked Scarred Monster flip side story. Alright. My life goes on. Okay, is this music not a bit too happy for what we just did? I'm actually gonna check out that monster flip side story. I'm a little bit curious. Collection. Monsters. Oh, there is one monster I haven't seen yet. Is this just a normal troll? Troll. The troll's boundless appetite is such that one could eat an entire village worth of humans and still feel hungry afterwards. Oh, it's locked. Then we have to go to the scarred one. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Where's the troll? Where's the troll's flip side story? Will it be in characters? Characters. Interesting. Don't see anything crazy here. Oh, I've missed a couple. That's the troll we're looking for. We will take from them their food, their land, their loved ones. We will take from them until they are eradicated. We will take from them their food, their land, their loved ones. We have to before they do the same to us. Okay, so he basically just did that because he felt like he had to. Alright. Born with the power of prophecy, I have a mission to be a guiding light that all might live without doubt in a world fraught with suffering. I shall guide all the blah blah blah. Alright, well, interesting. Well, little fluffball, if you want to die, you can throw yourself off of a cliff at some point. Let's see what's in this home.
You unlock the door of the manor with the mayor's key and enter. A quick search turns up a staircase leading to the basement the mayor mentioned.
Alright, interesting, interesting. I'm wondering what the life-altering twist is gonna be. There's always one in these type of games, well, in the Voice of Card games. Actually, was there one in Forsaken Maiden? There might have been. Oh yeah, I think it was that the maiden had to die at the end. Spoiler for Forsaken Maiden, I guess.
Trollis points down and asks, "Truth down there?" Polka mutters, "What could it be we ought to know?"
Yeah, I'm not really sure. I don't feel like anything has been built up for us to guess at this point. God, I really hope it's not the whole simulation thing I threw out there. Why did I throw the simulation out there? I'll look back at the stream. I don't actually remember why I came up with the whole simulation scenario.
Legol's eyes are fixed ahead. He does not say anything.
It's probably something about the silent village.
You swallow hard, and then gingerly take the first step down the stairs.
Maybe it has something to do with the fact that the monsters were actually the first people to conquer the world, but then humans came and started killing everybody. Oh, is this the end of the chapter? Yeah. Alright, well, this actually was a pretty decent chapter. I liked it. Chapter 7 will be the final chapter, so unless we have to farm a lot, that will probably be our final stream. I'm actually glad that Voice of Cards Beast of Burden pulled it together at the end. I was really worried after chapter 4, or was it chapter 3? I think it was chapter 4 actually. Also, wait, are we just leaving those humans in the village? What are we gonna do with those humans? You know what? Not gonna ask any questions. We'll be fine, or they will be fine. We don't ask those questions. Correct. Yeah, I do think that Voice of Cards pulled it together at the end there. If they can give me a solid twist and a solid end, it will have been pulled together.
You make your way down the stairs. As you make your way through the dark, the words of the scarred monster come back to you.
We are the same. You, exact same. Wouldn't agree to that because you were the first one to start attacking.
The monsters were just like you, living in their town. They grieved for the deaths of their fellows and sought revenge.
Yes, but apparently they also attacked random villages, so...
The thought sticks in your mind as you make your way forward. Before you know it, you've found your way into a cold, unnatural-looking passage.
Ooh. Keep your wits about you and proceed. Alright, so you cannot use Bellwether now. Interesting. Wait, is that metal? I think that's metal. Huh. Guess we're in some sort of weird passageway. I'm actually really tempted to keep going because I want to know what the secret is, but I did say we would just finish chapter 6 and... Huh. It only took... This chapter only lasted a little less than 2 hours. That is genuinely surprising. Nah, man. I'm gonna finish this the next stream. Or maybe the stream afterwards, depending on how long it takes to farm that final monster card, but we'll see. Alright, well, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And I'll see you next time for maybe the finale or maybe the second part until the finale. Alright, see you later.